Hey, what is up, guys? I'm back with another YouTube video. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys the Brotoys. It is called the Brotoys Ninja Assassin LR010, or aka Ninja Gaiden 3 Ryu Hayabusa. Before we hop into it, I'm going to kind of deconstruct this guy since taking a couple photos, and then we're going to get into the review. All right, so now that we are here, he's stripped down and whatnot from all his armor and stuff or his weapons and stuff like that. Like I said, this is the Brotoys Ninja Assassin, aka Ninja Gaiden 3 Ryu Hayabusa. I got him a while ago too, along with my Sagat and a couple other figures that I'm still going to be reviewing and whatnot. But I am so happy to have this guy in my collection, simply for the fact that I've always wanted a Ryu. I'm going to get my hands on the AC Toys Ryu figure, and I'm going to get the Revoltech ones too, whenever I get the chance. But I got this guy first. Thought it'd be a little different. It is very different, actually. Very different, very fun figure. There's some things, because I've messed around with the bootleg of the Revoltech, and while it's not exactly a one-to-one sort of deal with that figure in particular, I do see like some things that I feel like are better than the Revoltech. For example, you know, it's Revoltech style to be very stylistic. I do like the simplicity, more uniform look of the figure here. Since this is actually NG3, not NG2, so the color scheme is a little different. It's not like all black, it's like gray and black and whatnot. On top of that too, I think how the articulation is with this guy, while not better, it's really good, and I think it's very close to the Revoltech. Of course, it's not going to be 100%. I'm not trying to make this like a, oh, this figure's better than Revoltech, because there's things Revoltech does way better than this one. So going into it first, he does come with the accessories. Of course, he does come with his kunais that are a bit troublesome. Like, they go in, but they kind of fall out. I might have them in wrong. Maybe there's like a small to short or a short to large that goes in there. He does come with his sheath, which I hate that they did this clip-on and not like a sleeve. I hate the clip-ons. It's the worst thing that you can do for any character with a sword. There goes the kunai and stuff like that. Like, if they did this here for the for the knives, they could have done that for the sheath. The only figure that I think did that was probably the Revoltech, or I think the Revoltech actually was a plug-in to the sheath. I could be wrong, but I don't like that they did this. This clip-on thing is very bad. The arm is actually an accessory. In the box, he actually comes with this sword, this arm on him and stuff like that, which I'm gonna show you in a second. It's easy to pop in and off. And it only comes with two hands: this open palm hand and this like sword holding hand. The only thing I think with this figure that is very lackluster is the hands. It only comes with the, if you can see it, the open palm hands right here. This one that's already in the box when you get him. A trigger finger hand for some unknown reason. A ninja sign hand. And then the open palm hand. This slides onto his feet for the talons, which these are his other accessories here. I didn't get to take pictures of them since I was like not in a hurry, but I just didn't have enough time to take the pictures since I'm recording a bunch of other things too. We have the, I don't know what it's called. It's not the Flail of Vigor, which I wish they included the Flail of it. It's Vigor or Vigor from the Vigorian Empire. I wish they included that. I don't know why they never put that in the game, in any of the figures. The talons and bow and arrow with an arrow that actually looks really cool. I actually like how this is designed, especially the arrow he gets in NG3. I don't know if these designs, like this and the, like those, I can kind of see being, you know, like different, looking weapons and stuff like that. However, I don't remember if this is Wolf's actual scythe. Wolf is a boss from Ninja Gaiden 2, the best Ninja Gaiden in my opinion. I don't know if this is Wolf's 100% or if this is just, you know, the Hayabusa village's own scythe that they gave him, but this is really nice, and it's also articulated, and it doesn't feel doesn't feel flimsy or nothing like that. It's very sturdy, which is very good. I do have some photos of that. I do not have a photo of the it's not the Vigorian flail. That weapon, the chain and sickle. I don't have any photos of that, unfortunately. Again, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of rushing, but I also wanted to try and get good pictures, and it was hard for me to get any good pictures and stuff like that. Okay. So, for the articulation, the body seems very similar to the Brotoys. Also, I want to show you guys that the head is all one piece. So, when you try and take it off, actually, it's not all one piece. It's, take this off. It's the neck and then this big old like joint thing, and then the head just kind of goes on like that. Which, without the scarf and with the scarf on, he can look down, up, and side to side pretty good, and it actually looks really nice. I like how it flows. I personally think Revoltech did a little better, in my opinion. Take this off, take that off, put that on, and slide this on. The sword and sheath, not articulated, but it goes in like that. The arm, which is the same as the other arm, which is the same as the arm. This is general articulation here. It has a good double jointed elbow. There goes that kunai again. Double jointed elbow side to side. A wrist hinge that goes up and down, and side to side, and it rotates throughout. I just took this arm out, so I haven't gotten the chance to really like mess around with it. It goes up and down. He can cross his arms pretty good. This chest piece is actually really soft, so he can actually kind of close it out or give himself a little hug. Now the chest wants to move. I'm gonna take the scabbard off. I don't like this sheath on the back. It's like this. This is the dumbest thing. I don't know why they did that. He can go back this much. Go forward about that much, which kind of sucks. I mean, the forward. That stupid kunai. Kunais now. Golly. Where'd the other one go? Alright, great. Now I gotta find that one. Wherever that went. It's on the floor right in front of me. It goes forward that much. You can go side to side pretty well. The wrist here, not the wrist, the forearm here actually rotates on the arm, so that way, you know, if you're moving him around and if you need the arm to move to a certain way, taking photos, it can move appropriately. Same with the arm, double jointed hinge. He can do the splits really well. His legs go out this much, double jointed knees with a knee guard that is kind of okay. I don't think that's how it is in the game. I have to play Ninja Gaiden 3 again, but 95% sure it is not like this. If it is, then I'm wrong, and I'm sorry, but I think it's fine. I kind of get what they were doing, but it just, I don't know. So it goes down this much for his foot, goes up that much. Good to articulation. It looks very nice and fluid too. I kind of like how it looks a little natural. That looks really good. Ankle rocker. He has a thigh swivel, and that's pretty much it. The waist rotation and the upper torso also has rotation as well, and stuff like that. So I am going to show you guys how to take the arm off. It is very simple. I'm going to pause real quick just so I can get that kunai. Alright, so I found the kunai under the right in front of me, but on the floor. So simply just remove the arm like this. I would suggest hot water and stuff like that. I'm just going to use my brute strength, which it pops out just like that. You can see the inside. There's no butterfly or anything like that. It kind of just relies on the ball, which is fine. Is that ideal for a figure? Depends. I mean, this guy kind of gets away with it. Even I think McFarlane does it too, and stuff like that. So, you know, maybe they were taking a page out of their book. Maybe not. Accidental stuff. I don't know. But yeah, this is the Brotoys Ninja Assassin, aka Ryu Hayabusa. In my opinion, I do like this figure a lot. I feel like if you're trying to get this guy for like a, how do I say, a realistic display or whatever, then he works. But I'm trying to figure out how I want to put on the scabbard, this sheath. But if you want this for like a more natural looking figure, less stylized and whatnot, it's really good. In my opinion, I think there are certain things that are kind of desirable with this guy. That being the sheath. I don't like the sheath. I feel like another thing too that's kind of lackluster with him is these stupid kunais. The kunais, the sheath, articulation is fine, but going forward isn't that great. The neck articulation's good. The arms, they work really well. Like I said, it kind of utilizes like that McFarlane style type of arms, where they can it just relies on the arm joint in itself. Other than that, it's a pretty good figure. I don't really have a lot of complaints besides that and the lack of hands. You know, I don't know why we get one. They did a Marvel Legends where they give us one of like a pair of like one hand that's different than the others, and no fist hands, especially for Ryu. Kind of sucks. I know Ryu doesn't punch that much, but in Dead or Alive he does punch, so not having that, especially for him, it's kind of lame, but it's fine. So with that being said, I'm gonna go into the size comparison. So here he is next to Jin, which Ryu is quite tall compared to Jin. Jin is 6 feet and Ryu is actually smaller, I think. So yeah, it doesn't really scale well that much with 6-inch. Here he is next to Ryu Hayabusa, Ryu from Street Fighter. Again, a little too tall. Here he is next to M. Bison, which M. Bison is getting towered over by this guy. So yeah. And then here he is next to the Jada Toys, it's hot in my room, Sagat, which Sagat is taller, but again, Ryu should be shorter. Me personally, I like this figure, and I do want to get the Robotech, like I said, and I want to do a versus. Ideally, I'd probably compare him to the Ninja Gaiden 3 Ryu Hayabusa, since those two, it's basically, both of them are basically from the same game. It's demon arm or whatever and stuff like that. So whenever I get him, I'll definitely do a comparison video between the two, goods and bads, and what one does better than the other. But like I said, if you want this guy, I would probably check BC Toy Box. It's not on 5K anymore, and probably gonna have to find them on Google and stuff. Not Google, well, yeah, Google, anyways. But so far I would give this figure like maybe an 8 out of 10. I don't really, like I said, I don't really have too much to complain about with this guy besides the lack of accessories and how they handled the sheath and the kunais. But other than that, it's pretty great, especially since he does come with a lot. And I mean, he doesn't, in Ninja Gaiden 3 he's not really punching anyone. He is mainly just cutting and holding his sword. So that's pretty much it. I am actually making a themed Ryu Hayabusa, and I can't wait to do that. I'm going to 3D print the parts and make it from like scratch and stuff like that. I might actually just do, it might just be parts and then using Robotech figures. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will be back for the next review, which will be a female figure. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.